What up, what up, what up? Fly roadside guy checking in one time for the one. You know how we do. Back in effect. Making a video, man, because I almost got the fuck out of Truckmovers, man. I almost quit. You know what I mean? Sometimes I gotta just go on hiatus for a minute, you know, especially when things ain't operating the way, you know what I mean, I'm accustomed to sometimes. So needless to say, things kinda got worked out after I requested for another dispatcher. And yeah, I mean, it was some changes going on. I had got a new dispatcher and I thought we was gonna be able to work in jail, but obviously it didn't. But the main reason why I was about to quit is because, you know, nobody should be working for free or wasting their time. If I request a unit to be staged and I go to pick it up and it's a problem with the truck check engine light, and this is what was going on, I had a check engine light on it, and it didn't have any fuel, so the truck was saying it needed to be primed in order for it to be started. So I just left it alone and was expecting a temp pickup because I went down to the hub and the truck wasn't ready. Needless to say, that was probably like on a Wednesday. So 2 days went by, I still didn't get any notice about a temp pickup. The dispatcher never called me and said anything in regards to it. The load just got taken away from me. So the following week, which was like the Monday, actually Tuesday, because Monday was a holiday. No, I'm sorry. That's a whole nother truck, but I'm gonna get into that. Anyway, I finally got a hold of her maybe that next week. And what's funny is I had texted saying, hey, can you give me a call? Because I wanted to discuss the temp pickup and make sure I could get paid for it. When I finally got a hold of the dispatcher, she told me she was calling her drivers. I'm like, well, I'm one of your drivers and I texted you last week and I didn't even get a call back. So she didn't remember who I was, gave her my name. She said, oh yeah. And then she went on to the spill as far as why I'm not gonna get an temp pickup, stating that she thought that I was under the impression that if I get a truck staged after hours, that I gotta take a gamble whether it's ready for me to pick up or not. I'm saying to myself, well, state. What if you know what I'm saying? Like, just because I transport a lot of these trucks locally don't mean that you give me the short end of the stick because I can drive the fuck back home. Nah, it don't work like that. Y'all got the money. They got the money. So she proceeds to tell me that she was under the impression that I knew that I wouldn't get paid. And I'm telling her, well, I've always gotten paid for an temp pickup, especially if I attempted to pick it up. I mean, it might have been time that I can recall not getting a temp pickup. You know what I'm saying? And that was that. And that was a while ago. So I did my part. I took the picture, had a check engine light. I emailed it to my dispatcher. I basically covered my ass. So for them to tell me that they can't pay me for wasting my time, I said, fuck that. Yeah, I said, fuck that. I said, oh, you know what? I'm not even gonna argue with you about $25, man. Just forget about that shit. I said, let me talk to the load planner. The load planner comes on and she proceeds to piggyback off of what the dispatcher says. So at this point, I just feel like I was being treated like a fucking number. Like, you know, the old load planner, I'm not sure where he went. He was a cool dude. So now all of a sudden, I got two females I gotta argue with over a mere $20, $25. I'm not arguing with you about no motherfucking $25. I just feel like if you want to maintain your drivers and keep your drivers driving on the road, keep them happy, what the fuck is $25? You know what I mean? Like, I'm the one who went to attempt to pick up the truck to deliver that bitch. Wasn't like I was getting paid a whole bunch of change for the motherfucker. And the shit had a check engine light on it. Had I delivered it or an attempt to deliver it, one, I'd have ran out of fucking fuel because it ain't had no fuel in the bitch. And that was just around the time when they had the damn fuel shortage. So with all those things considered, you would think that they would be on my side and say, you know what, let me go ahead and, attempt pickup for you. If you can't do that, figure out another way. Hey, on your next load, go ahead, bump it up an additional $20 and I'll accept it. Whatever. Try to rectify the situation. Needless to say, I hung up on their ass. So I get to thinking, well, let me backtrack. After I hung up on their ass, I ain't take shit for that whole week. Now, I saw a load, and I said, all right, I'm gonna try to take it. And the reason why I did that was because my rating at the time was a 5-star rating, meaning I was 5.0. I can go on the load board and pick my loads and see what I want to do. So I decided I'm gonna go ahead and pick a run. I counted it, I think maybe Friday evening, Friday afternoon. Granted, I can take the blame that it might have been a little bit my fault or it was late for me to kind of counter it, but considering how I was feeling, I really didn't want to run shit. But I happened to take a look at it and I said, you know what, if they come back with the counter fast enough, I will go ahead and run this truck. Now, previously, I would counter shit on Friday and get the counter back on a Saturday. And, you know, I had set it up for Tuesday after the holiday, which was Memorial Day. But Saturday came and went, and I didn't get a counter back. So I just said, fuck it. Needless to say, Tuesday morning arrives, and the counter comes back, and it says counter accepted. So as soon as it came back, I shot my dispatcher email, said, sorry, I won't be able to take this unit. You know, I had previous arrangements, unfortunately, and I was actually going out of town. So, you know, it's not like I had the truck sitting on me for a whole day. I didn't have the truck sitting on me for an hour, 2 hours. As soon as it came in, I sent her the email within fucking 5 minutes. She responds back to me via text telling me she can remove the truck, but from now on, I don't need to counter nothing if I don't plan on taking it. Well, I planned on taking it. Obviously, y'all didn't plan on countering shit over the fucking weekend. So that way I can have a heads up over that weekend and set myself up to go ahead and take the truck. I could have been down at the hub 7 o'clock in the morning. I'm an independent contractor. Like I was saying, she decides to tell me not to take any more loads if I don't plan on taking it. I said, all right, fine. But what really ticked me the fuck off, and I didn't even respond to her email, but what really ticked me off was then when I go to look at my rating, they basically, I mean, you get rated on the load. So if you pick the load up on time, it's good. If you deliver it on time, it's good. If you update your status on time, it's good. As long as you deliver everything and submit your paperwork the way it's supposed to be, you know, that's how your rating gets increased, and you can pretty much look at the load board and pick and choose your loads. So needless to say, sorry about that, y'all, I hit a bump. They already dinged me on 2 trucks previously because I didn't update my status. And I'm like, what's crazy, I told my dispatcher that I drive dump trucks full time. So the trucks that I had went to go pick up after hours, I didn't have time to fucking go on the app and fucking update a status. My former dispatchers, they would call me, or they would text me and say, hey, can you update your status, please? This dispatcher, who I had just got for like 2 weeks, did none of that. Didn't even want to, you know, shoot me a call. Now, mind you, what was frustrating about the fact that she didn't want to reach out to me in regards to my status updates is that it affected my rating, and you didn't have any problem, goddamn, sending me text messages asking me, Do I want to run? Do I have a load? Is it raining today? Can you run? You didn't have any problem texting me about, could I run for you? But a truck that I asked to have stage while I was doing my other job, you want to ding me because I didn't update my status. So it's little petty ass shit like that. So then back to the last truck, or the first truck that I was talking about in reference to me not picking it up over the holiday because the counter didn't come in. Them motherfuckers gave me a flat ass 0 on the rating. 0 out of 5 stars. I said, wow. I said, so because within 5 minutes I said I couldn't take it, you give me a flat ass 0. Wow. Wow. And I know I was just a number based on the fact that I sent her a text asking her to call me in regards to my tent pickup. And I didn't even tell her what the reason was to call me. I just said, can you give me a call, please? Never got the call. When I called, I didn't know who I was. But that's Truckmovers for you, man. That's TM. You know what I mean? But needless to say, I went here and asked and requested for another dispatcher. And I've been working with this guy for like a week so far. Not even a week. We're going to see how it pan out. But so far, so good. He know what drivers go through based on, our discussion. He been doing it for a couple years. And we just going to see how it pan out, man. I ain't kicking him to the curb yet. I just told myself I just stay on with the contract, keep it rolling. I need to holler at Bennett and get my tags though. Quality Driverway is emailing me trying to get me back on with them guys. And I will go back to Quality. But Quality, 5 years ago, they said they were going to have a damn app where you can go pick your loads and all that shit. Needless to say, I went to Quality twice. I've been with Quality like 3 times. And the last time, which was probably like 2.5 years ago, 2018, some shit like that, they still didn't have the fucking app up and running. So it's funny that now I'm getting emails saying, come on back, previous drivers, come on back to Quality. And then in the email, that shit says, load board coming soon, or like, you know what I mean? Like, coming soon. Motherfucker, email me. I come back to Quality when y'all actually have a load board, because the only thing I didn't like with Quality is you had to call and sit on the phone, wait for hours. And I'm exaggerating, but sometimes you had to wait just trying to get a dispatch. But like I say, man, I'm gonna still keep it rolling with TM. Hopefully me and this new dispatcher, everything is stay copacetic and we keep it moving. Fly roadside guy, don't forget to hit that like, subscribe button, give it a thumbs up. Drop a comment. If you're looking to get in the driver business, you got any questions, drop it. I can try to hit you back. And yeah.